Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking all about running in the dark and some products that I use for when I'm running in the dark. The nights are drawing in now and at the end of October the clocks will be going back, which means that we'll have less daylight hours. I know a lot of people prefer to run during the day when the sun is shining, but with busy schedules and with the clocks going back and the nights drawing in, we have less daylight hours to run it in, and it might not be possible for some people when they get back from work. It might already be dark. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing my tips because I'm going to be in that similar situation, especially in the early mornings, and when I'm running home I am going to be running in the dark. So these are my tips for staying safe in the dark and the products that I use for staying safe. So my first and number one tip for staying safe in the dark is to make sure that you're being seen. Not only do you need to be seen, but also so that you can see as well. So in terms of being seen, whether that's out and about and you've got people about or cars, they need to be able to see you and you need to be able to stay safe in that respect. So you need to be making sure you're wearing bright clothing, high vis. That's really important for running in the dark. So I have t-shirts like this. This is just a race t-shirt, but anything that is like a luminous yellow, green, orange, anything that's really bright so that you can be seen in the dark. So t-shirts, shorts, anything that you can get that is bright. In terms of reflective clothing, I sometimes wear a bandolier. So this is just a bandolier from Nathan. It's just like a little vest type top that has reflective strips like this on the back, so that when the car's headlights hit you, this is reflective and you'll be seen easier. I also sometimes run with a flip belt. This pattern here is all reflective, so again when the headlights hit this reflective pattern, it glows and you'll be seen better. And a tip for anyone that commutes, that runs with a bag like I do, I also have this reflective bag cover. So again, this is made of the same material that the other reflective items are made of, and when the car headlights hit this, it glows really bright white so that you are easily seen. They also do vests. I know Vis is a company that do vests and jackets in this sort of material, which is really great for when you're running in the dark. There are other brands as well. I don't own a vest because I kind of just run with this and the other items that I have, but that might be worth investing in if you are running in the dark all the time. So yeah, these sort of items, bright clothing, reflective items, they are a must for running in the dark. Following on from high vis clothing and bright clothing, the next is to get yourself some lights. My most used item is my head torch. This is from Unilight. Unilight is a great brand, it's great quality, and I run with this, I have no problems. It's really lightweight and the customer service at Unilight is second to none. So if you're in the market for a new head torch or need to grab yourself a head torch, definitely talk to the guys at Unilight. You can find them on Twitter and Facebook, and they can help you out in finding the right product for you. This is I'll leave the product that I use here, but this is the one that I run with. And then I also have some clip-on lights at the back. So this is just a red light, so I can be seen from the front and the back. Not only does the head torch allow you to be seen, but it also allows you to see as well. So if you're running in areas where there are less street lights, then having a head torch to be able to see where you're placing your feet would be great. So that is one of my recommendations. If you don't want to wear a head torch, you don't want to wear anything on your head, you can wear a chest torch. So this is a bit tangled up because I wasn't prepared and did it properly, but this basically goes over like a vest, and this light is on the front, and then it also has a bit on the back where you have the red light on the back. This is from Decathlon, Kalenji, but they also have other brands. I will try and link this or similar down below in the description, along with any other items that I can find that you can buy. I'll leave them linked below as well. But this is another really great torch. My partner uses this one, so that's that one. Like I said, you can also get little clip-on lights, so I've just got loads of these little clip-on lights that I either attach to my shorts, the bottom of my t-shirt, my bag straps, just to make sure that you're really bright and really seen. I wouldn't wear too many. You don't want to be lit up too much like a Christmas tree because it can be quite distracting for drivers, but just having enough, maybe one or two on the front and the back would be great. If you don't want to use the clip-on lights, there's also things like this, which is like a heel light. So this basically clips onto the back of your shoe, so you can extend this part and it just clips onto the heel on the back of your shoe. And then this is just a strobe, so when it's turned on, like you can see here, it just flashes and you've just got another little light, so you can be seen easier. So they are all my lights. So yeah, on top of reflective clothing, bright clothing, definitely get yourself some lights so you can see and be seen at the same time. Keep safe. My next tip is to avoid any sort of loud music. If you are a runner that really has to listen to music, you can't run without music, then I would definitely get yourself some bone conduction headphones. I don't recommend using normal earphones, normal headphones, because you cannot hear what is around you. You can't listen for cars, dangers about, if there was people about, you wouldn't be able to hear them if you had your headphones in. So get yourself some bone conduction headphones. I use Aftershok's Trex titanium headphones. I've done a review on these before, but basically these sit at the front of your ears on the cheekbone and they don't block your actual ear canal. So not only can you listen to your music at the same time, but you can also hear ambient sounds. So things like cars, people approaching, any sort of dangers that might be approaching or might be around, you will be able to hear them with bone conduction headphones. So if you must listen to music, which preferably if you're running in the dark, you probably should run without any sort of distractions at all so you can have your wits about you. But if you do have to listen to music, then get yourself some bone conduction headphones. Again, I'll link them below if you want to check them out, and I'll also link my review. It'll be up here somewhere so you can check that out. The next tip, though it's not always possible for everyone, is to not run alone. So run with a friend, run with a running group, just have someone about that can run with you so that you're not on your own in the dark. If that's not possible, at least try and make sure that someone knows where you are. Let a partner know, let a family member know, let someone know sort of the route that you're going to take and when you're going to be back, so that they know when to expect you back, and if you're not back in that time then they obviously know something is wrong. I would also, if you can, keep your phone on you so that if there's any danger, if you get into trouble at any point, you can have your mobile phone handy so that you can call anyone if you need to. So yeah, definitely find a friend that you can run with. Hopefully you can have matching schedules and you can be home for the same time, go out and run together. Or if you can't, make sure that someone knows where you are, what route you're taking, when you're going to be home. My next tip is all about your running routes. So I would pick a well-lit running route for you to do. One of my best tips for when picking running routes is to pick a bus route, because they always have street lights available, because there's people obviously waiting for buses, that they don't want trip hazards and things like that. So bus routes usually always have street lights lined along the whole of the route. So that's one of my top tips. Yeah, basically stick to well-lit areas, anywhere with street lights. I would avoid the trails and leave those to the summer months or when you have daylight. There is a lot of trip hazards and dangers that can occur on trails, so I would avoid those during the darker months. And also I would make sure that you are running against traffic, so if there are no pavements and you've got no option, but hopefully there are well lit streets, even without the pavements, make sure that you're running against the traffic so that you're able to see the dangers that are coming towards you. If you've got cars behind you and there's danger behind you, you wouldn't be able to see it, so definitely make sure that you're running against traffic so that the cars coming the other way will see you first. And the final tip for with your routes is to vary your actual routes. So where you run, try to mix them up so that you're not running the same thing every single time, and also vary the times if you can, even if it's just by an hour, just so you're not running the same route and the same time every single time. Just so you're not being predictable and you're not being a target if someone sees you running the same route and the same time every time. Just avoid that and run different routes, different times. My final tip would be to trust your instincts. So if something doesn't feel right, if you feel uncomfortable, if there looks like there's something shady going on up ahead in your route, change your route and make it safer for you. Go to somewhere well lit, start to head home, just get to places that are busier with streets, houses, shops, busy high streets. Just make sure that you are safe at all times. That is the most important thing, and getting home safe. So yeah, they are my tips. Hopefully some of you found them helpful. As I said, I will leave all the products that I've mentioned down below so that you can check them out. Don't forget to like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. And be safe, be seen, and take care of yourselves. Bye.